Hello and welcome to this Thanksgiving edition of Temple Update.
We begin with everything Thanksgiving. From parades to Black Friday shopping, Turkey Day is right around the corner. But first, Temple's football team lent a hand for the holidays.
And we have Johnny Mehler standing by at the sports desk with more. Johnny?
Thanks, ladies. For the past 2 weeks, Temple football players, as well as coaches and staff, have been collecting canned goods in preparation for their 6th annual Thanksgiving food drive. On Thursday, those canned goods were dropped off to the Bethesda Project at 722 North Broad Street, aiding homeless and formerly homeless men and women. But that was only stop number 1 on their list. The second and final stop of the day included turkeys, mashed potatoes, stuffing, cranberry sauce, rolls, gravy, and my personal favorite, pumpkin pie. Temple football players, coaches, and staff pulled up to St. John's Hospice on 12th and Race Streets with a special delivery. Boxes of food that would soon become Thanksgiving dinners for those in need.
For players, college football players, and that have so much going for them, to have an opportunity to give something back is what it's all about, And I think we really preach that hard in the program. And we have a football family and a family that wants to help other people.
It's always a good feeling when you want to give back to people, especially people that's less fortunate than you.
Food Services Manager Anthony Willoughby has seen this food drive turn into a tradition.
Temple has been coming here for a number of years. They reached out to us in terms of bringing the dinners, and the dinners go a long way to helping disenfranchised as well as people in the community who are a little less fortunate.
This Thanksgiving dinner is being walked in right now. Will feed about 300 people right here in the city that this team plays for.
It's tremendous. It means that they are truly giving back to the community. They're not just playing here, they're staying here literally.
Thanksgiving is a time where families come together, something that was evident for this team during a day full of giving back.
I think it gives us time to bond. We all kind of come together and want to help somebody out at the same time. So that's always a good thing.
We have great kids in our program, and so it speaks volumes about who they are.
Reporting for Temple Update, I'm Johnny Mehler. And they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and I think that photo at the end there is a great example. Just so many smiling faces. Everyone was very thankful for the generous donation. Back to you in the studio. Coming up in sports, multiple school records were shattered over the weekend during a football game with a combined score of 95 points. That's the type of score you usually only see in a video game. Good morning, Owl fans. Welcome to the Sports Desk. I'm Johnny Mehler. The men's and women's basketball team played a doubleheader in the new-look Liacouras Center on Saturday. But first, 95 points in a football game? Yeah, that actually happened. Temple took a trip up to West Point for a game against Army, looking to snap a 14-game losing streak. The Owls jumped to an early 14-0 lead after 2 rushing touchdowns from Matt Brown. But moments later, he had to leave the game after he suffered a hamstring injury. You can see him right there limping around. He is in pain. But here comes the best part about having depth at the running back position. With Army leading 14-10, Montel Harris show began. He scored 2 rushing touchdowns to make the score 28-10 at the half. Army would go on to score on their first possession of the second half to make it 28-17, but then Harris really went off. He scored consecutive touchdowns on the next 5 possessions, single-handedly outscoring Army. Harris's 7 touchdowns broke the previous school record of 6 touchdowns held by Bernard Pierce. His 351 yards on the ground also was a new record high. The Owls win big, 63-32, snapping that 4-game losing streak. Here's the man of the hour. Let's hear what he had to say.
The best performance I've had on the field, 7 touchdowns. I didn't think it can get any better than 5 touchdowns. Being able to score 7 touchdowns, get a win, break a lot of records, celebrate with my teams, that's just a great memory I'm going to remember forever.
But he wasn't the only member of the football team to set a new school record. Rebeccah Hendrickson has more on Temple football's new all-time leading scorer.
In field goal attempts, 30 for 31 on extra points, and he's Big East Specialist of the Week for the 4th time this season.
Gratefully, this is my most accurate year I've had so far field goals wise.
When talking basic play, this kicker is having his best season as a Temple Owl, but it was one kick that went through the goalpost and put McManus in the record books.
When I tied it on the 3rd one, that I think I was going to have a chance because it's still in the 2nd quarter.
Not only did McManus get his chance, but he got 6 more after that. With his 4th extra point of the game, he became Temple's all-time leading scorer. By the end of the game, he secured his place in the record books with 330 points. He passed a previous mark set by Bernard Pierce, who tweeted in response to his old teammate's performance. He said, "Everyone wants to hit me about my records being broken. I don't care. I'm happy for them. Good game, TU." While it may just be his name in the record book, McManus sees the success as a team effort.
I've had a great year with Cody Booth, the long snapper, and Connie Riley holding. So I really could testament to, they showed how much they wanted to help me out throughout this year, and you can see that on the field.
McManus hopes this effort continues into Friday's game against Syracuse, which is also his last home game as an Owl.
I think if we win this game, we also will be tied for the most winningest class in senior history.
Coach Adazio thinks that McManus will continue to play past the college level.
He's a great player. He's done a lot of great things. He's just a great weapon. We're going to really miss him. He'll continue to play football.
Reporting for Temple Update, I'm Rebeccah Hendrickson.
And now to some basketball action. It was a doubleheader on Saturday night as both the men's and women's teams took the court. Who said chivalry was dead? I'm going ladies first. Senior Victoria McCauley continues to lead this young team. She scored 17 points in the first half, shooting 70% from the field to give her team a 31-27 lead heading into the locker room at halftime. Northeastern did have 3 players in double figures, but the Owls matched them with 3 of their own scores in double digits. McCauley added another 10 points in the second half as the Owls win a close one, 63-59. And the men's basketball team did defeat the Owls of the University of Rice 77-63. And you can always follow us for the latest news and scores for Temple Athletics. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at @TU_SportsDesk. Megan and Marshall, back to you.